Alrighty, think we are live. Make sure I don't have any volume in the background. We're good to go there. Alrighty, let's see. Let me get the link into the Discord real quick. Let's see. Share, copy. Boom. Next. Alrighty. We are live. I'm going to give everyone a second to get in here. We are live. Alrighty. If you have any questions or anything, I'm going to go over the indicator, okay, and just kind of talk through it and everything. Or if you guys have questions about any stock, you guys can bring it up, and I'll go over the indicator on that stock specifically as well, and kind of puzzle piece this all together, okay? I want to go over what each thing means, okay, quickly. The colors of the candles represent basically what I would say is the value of the company. Think of it as like an RSI, okay? When a company becomes more overvalued, it starts getting redder. Like you should probably start thinking of trimming or selling, okay? When it becomes greener or yellow and green, that becomes it's more of a buying opportunity, right? You should be thinking I should be buying this company. It's a green, opportunity, a money making opportunity. When it's gray, we're in the neutral zone. When you're orange, let me go to a different company. When you're orange, you're in a trimming zone. When you get into the red, you're in a selling zone. Okay. So basically, all these zones are telling you is when a company is overvalued and undervalued. We should be buying companies when they become undervalued, not as they become overvalued, right? So that's why we have the color coding. Okay, it helps you understand by clicking to any company exactly where is the company considered undervalued and overvalued, right? We have Cypher here. It was, entering a sell zone as we had this huge run up, should have bought here in this undervalued zone with this yellow diamond. And then any point of here, you could have been selling, trimming, doing what you want. And then we get some neutral zone action happening here. Okay. So it's better to just let it find its top and wait for us to get back to an undervalued where the company's valuation makes sense. Okay. That's what the color coding's for. It's just made easy for you to jump to a stock and see exactly if it's undervalued or overvalued. Okay. Don't go chasing stocks. This should stop you from wanting to chase a company. Yes, a company can still run, but the company, is it a smart risk to reward investment? I would consider it a no. If you bought this dip, great. Could this have gone a lot lower? Absolutely. Okay. The risk reward just wasn't there. And sure enough, if you just wait a little bit long enough, it comes right back to where this was. Okay. So that's what color coding's for. Now we have labels, these trim slash covered calls. We have these sell labels. And what are these? Okay. Well, these are typical points when buyers and sellers tend to step in. Okay. So they're not saying to do the action, but it's letting you know at this point the company's value has hit a point where selling or trimming tend to take place. Okay. If we go to back to ASTS here, this is typically where adding and cash secured puts tend to take place. Okay, and sure enough, it took place. This is when trimming starts to take place. Wait for the diamond, confirmation. So the labels are telling you when a company's value hit a certain point where uh, buyers, sellers, they tend to jump in. Okay, so this is a trimming covered call. Typically, some trimming happens to start taking place here. Sure enough, give it a few more days and trimming takes place. Trimming, selling, trimming, right? Adding tends to take place here. Sure enough, people added and it went up. Tends to take place here. Adding, sure enough, went up. Adding. So those labels help you understand that. Get ready because this tends to be a moment where opportunity presents itself, whether it's the trimming or selling or the adding or buying. Okay, that is what the labels are meant for. Now, what the diamonds are meant for is momentum confirmations. Okay, so when a red diamond comes into play, okay, red or orange diamond, doesn't matter. They both mean the same thing, but one is a little better than the other. Okay, so orange diamonds, we'll start with orange since that's the first one. Orange tends to take place when a company is not super overvalued, um, but momentum is shifting down. You can see momentum shifting down, right? Now, red ones come in when a company is more overvalued and the momentum is kind of at the top of the bar and momentum's coming down. Okay. The orange got halfway up the bar and momentum came down. The red is when the momentum got to the very top of the bar and is starting to come down. Okay. So it's just kind of a level. So these are strong, these are stronger. Okay. Same thing goes for these yellow and green ones. These are just momentum going up confirmations. Momentum didn't go as far down before it started turning around, right? It didn't go as far. Like if this is the floor and momentum was going down, maybe the ad got here and turned up. Where if you got a like that's the yellow diamond, and if you got the green diamond, the floor is here and ad hit the floor, or the green diamond one hit the floor and then came up. Okay, so these yellow ones just means the momentum didn't get as far down as it could potentially go, and we didn't get as undervalued as we could have gotten, like this opportunity, right? This is dark green, this is neutral zone, this is a better opportunity, therefore we got a green diamond, okay? That's what the diamonds are telling you. So again, this is a strong momentum, this is a stronger momentum opportunity, okay? Um, so that's the color coding, that's the labels, that's the diamonds. Diamonds are momentum, labels are telling you you're entering and where action tends to take place, so just be aware. Color coding tells you the company is overvalued or undervalued or neutral. Um, and then we have automatic trend lines, which are your dashed ones, which just tell you without having to chart anything where the trend lines are found. So you can see that down here, we got close to this bottom trend line and we got a buy alert. You can go ahead and buy. Same thing, bottom trend line, buy. Top of this trend line, you could sell. We're waiting to get to the top of the trend line. I didn't sell on these two. I'm waiting till we get back up to the top of this trend line, and then I'll look to sell. Okay. The blue one is going to be your moving average. This is called our bull or bear line. So basically, when you are above this, you are bullish. Okay. And when you are below this, you are bearish. We tend to switch to a higher time frame, weekly or monthly time frame, if you are below that line. We do not trade on the daily time frame when we are below this line. Daily time frame takes place above this line. So bull. And the reason for it, for example, HIMS is a great one. See these daily time frame buy alerts? Okay. If you go to weekly, we haven't had a buy alert yet since we've been under the blue line. So when we switch to under the blue line is when we switch to the higher time frames. Okay. Same thing. We're losing the trend line. We're waiting. We're almost getting. This is the momentum. If we're almost getting a diamond, we should take up to this upside, which is going to be that 75 target, which is right there as well. Okay, so that's what the indicator looks like. That is what all of it means. We try to make it super simple. Now, if you need help setting it up, we use the Heikinashi candles. on here. So all you do is bar drop down, Heikinashi, okay? And then what we do also, if you go to your settings, okay, symbols, I just change these to the neutral colors and I remove the borders because if you have the borders, it makes your chart look a little wonky. I just go ahead, remove the borders, and then change the wicks and body to the light gray color. Um, that way, these all stand out and the gray wicks don't throw off the color combos. Okay. Then the main last one is going to be our momentum oscillator. Now, this is what helps us determine the diamond. So this is why this is important. So you can realize when a diamond is about to come in. So maybe you want to try to get a better entry, or when it's about to, momentum is going to flip to the downside and you want to go ahead and take an exit. Okay. So when we switch to this daily time frame, let me just show you here. These two buy alerts, as you can see, this histogram was going this way and it finally flipped positive here, and sure enough, on that same day, we get a diamond, okay? Same thing. Momentum on this day was down, and then it flipped up, and we got another diamond, okay? So this is telling you momentum's direction. So as you can see overall for HIMS on this daily time frame, go ahead and grab a arrow, okay? Daily time frame, if we go ahead and grab from up here, and go, what are we doing? We are slowly having a bullish momentum shift, okay? It's slowly creeping down or creeping up to go bullish. Now he looks, as you can see, it's just flipping now. This is the daily time frame. Again, we switched to weekly on the when we are below the blue line. But this is showing a bullish momentum buildup, okay, overall. Now you might ask, what are these little flags? This is telling you divergence, meaning the price is going down, yet the momentum is going up. Therefore, there's a divergence happening. Wait for your little diamond, and sure enough, you get a nice move, okay? Of course, again, this is on daily time frame under this blue line. I can go to ASTS, I'm sure. There you go. You got a bearish divergence here on this day. Sure enough, 2 days later, we're going down, okay? Bullish divergence. If you just wait a minute, get our diamond, you'll go back up, okay? So these tell you there's a divergence. All we're waiting for now is a confirmation from our diamond to tell us to follow the divergence. Now it should be doing whatever the divergence said, okay? Same thing here, bullish divergence, right? Boom, we're going down. Go ahead, diamond confirmation, and we go up, okay? The lines are telling you what the MACD is. So we have a MACD down here so you can just see what the difference is, okay? And the MACD is scaled to work for this histogram. So the spacing might be slightly off just based on this visual, but as far as what touching points and everything, as you can see right here, boom, they both cross at the same time. So they look slightly different, but they are identical when it comes to it. They're just scaled because this is dealing in decimal points and this is dealing with a scale from like -50 to 100 or something like that, -40 to 80. But this is a MACD line. You're just seeing where the MACD is overall going. So it's all paired into one because a lot of people don't have the paid trading view. And we want to make sure that people with the paired trading view can have access to the full indicator. Now, this is a stochastic RSI. So basically, this is just telling you the direction of the RSI for the company. So when it resets, it's nice. As you can see, it'll come into play. You don't need this one. This is just an extra if you wanted to use it. But you can see there's a bearish divergence happening here for the RSI. And when that happened and we had a MACD divergence and a momentum divergence all happening, we got the diamond confirmation and we take it into play. Okay, so all these flags, we see all red flags basically happening within this time frame and a red diamond. That's a signal. Go ahead and take it. You know, here's red here. We got RSIs at the top. You know, this is a moment where a diamond can come into play, and sure enough, you should take it. We got a nice there. So we're waiting on this next one to come into play. If there's any questions or anything, please let me know. We do have a pricing in beta, so we're in testing mode right now for this one. But it is telling us our targets for like Oscar, for example, the low target would be 25. Our high target would be 33. If right now we had a pullback, you would be having a small pullback would be about 1634. A big pullback would be about a 1392. Okay. So we're working on this so that way you can see where the targets are. Not that it's going to be the end all be all answers. Follow the diamonds, follow the initial strategy, but this helps you understand where your risk reward can come into play. So if I did draw our pullback levels here, it's pulling this. Sure enough, you have that 1665, which would be your small pullback. And then we have our 1570 and 1618. So this is pulling. Again, it moves as the price moves. So there's always some sort of variable here. But this is what it's basing it off of. It's finding your Fibonacci levels, finding the correct retracement levels, and pulling the targets for it. So keep that in mind. That is how the targets work. Okay. Again, bullish divergence. Again, I'm going to do another boot camp and everything like that. Just wasn't sure if anyone was going to be available right now to go over and just kind of talk through it. But this is our indicator. It makes it really easy to quickly look at a what's it called? Look at a chart and see if something's undervalued, like it is here with a diamond. And now, do I want to be buying it? No, not really. Just because now we're getting to the point where we're entering a selling zone. Same thing here. Look at, we entered a selling zone and then we came right back down. Entered a selling zone. Now we're just waiting. Okay, we're waiting for these confirmations to come and take our wins. Typically, for me, I ignore diamonds on neutral zones. So, for example, ignored that one. Okay, ignored that one. Ignored that one. Okay, I listened to this one and I've listened to this one. Okay. So neutral candles is just a neutral. It's up to you. Personally, I just ignore them. It's up to you what you'd like to do and how you want to manage your money. Of course, this is all just helpful tools to educate you and to help you figure out what trades you want to take. Stick to companies that you actually like, companies that you believe in long term, and you'll be a very successful trader. Our Discord community, we have a Discord community that's free, and then if you want the indicators and active trade alerts and a bunch of things inside the community too, just join our founders club, which will be the first 100 members. And then after that, we will open up membership. It just won't be the same value you get now. It'll be the same access. It just won't be the same value you can get. And the price will never go up on the founders club. So make sure you guys join. You have tons of access. We just launched our investing spreadsheet tracker. We have the new indicators all set. The only one we're working on is just fine tuning this targets one. You're going to get the active trade alerts for option trading. And then I think there's something else. And there's a wheel strategy course. I mean, there's a lot of stuff, guys, a lot of value coming from it. So go ahead and join. If you guys have any questions, please put them in the Discord or just message me. If you give this a try and you're not understanding something, please reach out. Don't just go ahead and blow it off. I'm more than happy to help. So yeah, go ahead and join the free Discord. Go ahead and reach out to me. Give this a try. A lot of our members are very